Hey you guys, thanks so much for stopping by. I'm Leslie. Today I'm going to be taking you guys into the past, into my past life, into who I was 2 years ago. Wow, that was so far. Yeah, I'm gonna be taking you guys way back, maybe even longer than 2 years ago. I'm gonna try for 3 years, but it's amazing how makeup has changed over the years, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm gonna be showing you guys all the products that I used to use on my face, and it gave me this look here. It's a simple fall look. I used to change up my looks for every season. Around fall time, I used to work with more luminous foundations, and I used to play around with more velvety stuff as opposed to around summer and springtime where it's strictly matte. So yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see how I did this look. So let's just get started. Today I want to try oldies but goodies, but I want to do a nice fall, simple fall look, and this is something that I used to do a long time ago. Like the look that I'm going to do today, it's going to be something that I used to do a long time ago. I already know the eye look that I'm going to be using and the eyeshadows, so yeah. Alright, so because the eye look is going to be so simple, I am going to use this foundation here. This is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I used to use this stuff so much. I cannot believe that I really don't use this anymore, but yeah. A lot of stuff just comes out and it's like you're just everywhere. And to be honest, the only time that I can wear this foundation is starting like winter time. Like not even now. I still need winter to come. Winter is coming. I can't wait for Game of Thrones. But yeah, I could only wear this around winter time because it is a little light for me. It's one of my lighter foundations. But I'm going with it. I'm gonna contour and whatnot. I just want to see how my makeup, the way that I do my makeup has changed over the years. So yeah. So I used to use the NARS Creamy Concealer. Do you guys remember this? A lot of people don't talk about this as much as they used to. They're all about talking about like Tarte and all those other brands, but this used to be what's up. Oh my god. So by just writing on my schedule, I already feel like I'm going to be consistent, like I told myself today. Even though I felt like it was coming on, I felt like I was like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. That's my thing. Like I'm just always like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And you know what? I don't have time for that. I have moves that I need to be making, and I need to stay focused, and I need to be consistent, and that's just what it is. So there's no need in sugarcoating it. I know that I've been falling off. I have a couple of things coming. First of all, I'm doing a collab with another YouTuber. She's such a sweetie, and she's not from here. She's from the UK, and she just reached out to me. She was like, you know what, I want to do something with you, and let's do it. So me, like a kindergarten kid, right? I'm like at her and I'm exchanging numbers. I'm like, here's my number. You know, let's be friends. But that's just me. Oh, sorry. I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. You guys know this used to be the jam. And the crazy thing with the Laura Mercier powder is that I never used to use this all over my face because for me it gives a white cast. For a lot of people it doesn't, but it does for me. I don't know why. And it's not even because of the color of my skin, because I've seen people who are darker than me use it and they still don't have that problem. So I'm gonna take this Match Master Stick. I had to get a new one because I don't use these anymore. I used to use these a lot to contour, but I feel like this gives off a more of a reddish tint, so I'm not gonna use this all over my face. Some of my nose area. I would use brushes that I used to use, but in all honesty, I don't know what I can't remember what I used to use, like brush wise. because before I really got into like brush knowledge, I used to use anything that looked like it can work. That's just facts. Now I don't do this step anymore, but I'm doing it because of the sake of the video. But I used to take dark mineralized powder here. Now I just let my face just kind of stay, or I don't use this powder at all. I would just use the Clinique powder, and I find that works out really nicely for my skin. So to contour, I used to use the Swiss Chocolate by MAC. I don't know why I use blush, but I remember working there, and I think at the time MAC didn't have a bronzer that suited my skin tone, and we had to wear all MAC products. So I can't remember who came up with this idea, or who. I remember someone using it on me, and I never stopped using it. So yeah, it wasn't until I stopped working there that I started like using other products to contour with, because I was like, you know what, this works, right? Why not? Works for me. For highlight, I used to use the Jeffree Star King Tot, and it's broken. That's why I have not been using it for a long time. Plus, to be honest, there's like a million new highlights out to use. Oh my god, this is getting everywhere. It's like broken. When I used to work back, I could not. I wasn't supposed to be using this highlight, but I still did, just because it's a highlight. Like, you can get away with a highlight. This is Vintage Grape. This will look really good with my eyes. The Vintage Grape is like one of the oldest blushes. It was like a collection blush that MAC had. I'm just gonna stick with that. Blunt, I can do another time, but it's Vintage Grape. I don't even think they carry Vintage Grape anymore, do they? All right, this eyeshadow I used to use non-stop. I used to use this so much. This is Mauveless. I still use this eyeshadow on my channel here, but this used to be my baby. It still is my baby, but yeah. It takes a lot to be my baby, but it used to be my baby, honey. Baby. I'm just using this in my crease, and I'm using a 286 brush from MAC, and I keep it very simple. I like the fact that I went with the Vintage Grape blush, because it's gonna look really good with this. It's gonna balance out my eyes really nicely. I like to bring the eyeshadow down a little bit more. The only part of my eyes I like to keep out is the middle part, where it's kind of like the center of my eyes, and I just leave that. That's just it. I only use that one eyeshadow. I love that eyeshadow. All right, I'm gonna take the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. This is an old one, but not extremely old. It's definitely older. It's definitely older than the ones that I have now. And I think this mascara is like dried out. I was in love with this as well. Don't know why I stopped using it. All right, so once my eyelashes are on, what I do is I just tight line a little, just so that they can look just more natural, or whatever it is that you want to call it. I just tight lined really quickly, and I know this is hard for some people to do. Trust me, it takes practice. And to top it off, I'm not sensitive with my eyes at all. I am constantly putting eye drops or whatever it is in my eyes. Like, I'm the queen of just sticking things in my eyes, so do not. I'm gonna take World Liner from MAC. So for lip color, I'm gonna take Velvet Teddy. You guys know that this used to be a goodie right here. Before Kylie came up with her line, everybody was wearing this color here. Now for me, I never used to like glosses, but this lip combination was always just so light, and I just wanted to just thin it out a little bit. I'm gonna be using Hyper Fabulous. I used to use a ton of the lip glosses from the Vamplify line. It could be this one, it used to be a bunch of them, and I just used to tone that down a little bit. As you can see, it's starting to get like a lot more brown in it, as opposed to staying so pink. We're gonna play by the rules, and we're going to do the Fix Plus. I used to use this one. I mean, who doesn't? And people still use this, so yeah. But yeah. There we have that. Dry the face a little bit because, ooh, now that my face is on, I do take a little bit of whatever other highlight that I used to have. I never used to put on the same highlight. This one here is Superb, also by MAC. Of course, most of the stuff that I used to use were by MAC. And when I used to set my face, my highlight used to pop more. So I do that. I put a little bit of highlight up top of what I had on, and normally it's something that's a lot lighter. Like, it was never dark, it was always just a little bit lighter, and to give me like a little bit more of a pop. Do you guys like my Mickey Mouse buns today? Do you guys see that? Okay, so that is it. I do hope that you guys enjoy this blast from the past, and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. They're all free. I know you guys like free stuff as much as I do, so please hit those buttons, and I will be more than grateful. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, my loves.